on our list is a preference for solitude over social gatherings. Now, this might lead you to presume that Sigma males are inherently antisocial, but allow me to clarify, this is not the case. Sigma males are not antisocial, they're selectively social. They are quite capable of socializing and mingling, but they simply choose not to engage in it for the sake of it. For Sigma males, social interactions are not about quantity but quality. They would rather have a handful of meaningful conversations than be part of a large, noisy gathering. They value deep, significant interactions that stimulate their intellect and allow for genuine connection. They are not the kind to indulge in small talk or superficial banter. It's not that Sigma males don't appreciate the company of others. They do, but they also understand the value of their alone time. They see solitude as an opportunity for self-reflection, introspection, and personal growth. It's their time to recharge, to delve into their thoughts, to explore their interests, and to simply be with themselves. For Sigma males, solitude is not a sign of loneliness but a sanctuary. It's their sacred space where they can be their authentic selves, away from societal expectations and pressures. It's their haven where they can let their minds wander and their spirits soar. In a world that is constantly buzzing with noise, where everyone is rushing to be a part of the crowd, Sigma males choose to walk a different path. They choose solitude over social gatherings, not because they're antisocial, but because they understand the profoundness that solitude brings. They understand that in the quietude of solitude, one can hear the whispers of their soul. One can find answers to their deepest questions, and one can truly connect with their inner self. So the next time you come across someone who prefers solitude over social gatherings, remember they might just be a Sigma male enjoying their sanctuary. For Sigma males, solitude is not loneliness, but a sanctuary. Next up, Sigma males lean towards a minimalist lifestyle. In an era where consumerism is often celebrated, Sigma males take a different path. They gravitate towards a minimalist lifestyle, finding beauty in simplicity and functionality. It's not about austerity, but rather the deliberate choice to own less, to strip away the superfluous and focus on what truly matters. Sigma males aren't charmed by the latest trends or the shiniest gadgets. They do not derive their worth from material possessions. Instead, they understand that the desire for more can often lead to a never-ending cycle of discontent. They prefer to live a life free of clutter, both physically and mentally. For a Sigma male, a minimalist lifestyle is not just about having fewer things in the house. It extends to their thoughts, relationships, and commitments. They understand that by reducing the noise around them, they can focus on what's truly important and meaningful. Sigma males value quality over quantity. They invest in things that last, things that serve a purpose. They are not swayed by the allure of fast fashion or disposable items. They'd rather have a few good things that serve them well and last a long time than a house full of items that will be discarded in a year or two. They find satisfaction in owning less, in knowing that they have exactly what they need and nothing more. They appreciate the freedom that comes with a minimalist lifestyle, the freedom from the desire to acquire, the freedom from the stress of managing numerous possessions. And it's not just about physical possessions. Sigma males apply the minimalist principle to their time and energy as well. They are selective about the commitments they take on, the relationships they nurture, and the pursuits they engage in. They understand that time and energy are finite resources, and they choose to invest them wisely. In the end, the minimalist lifestyle of a Sigma male isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality, contentment, and freedom. It's about understanding what truly matters in life and making space for it. In the world of Sigma males, less is indeed more. Thirdly, Sigma males have a penchant for self-learning. They are the quintessential autodidacts. For them, the world is a vast library and every experience a unique book. They are constantly seeking knowledge, not from traditional classrooms or textbooks, but from the world around them. Sigma males are curious beings. They are not content with the surface-level understanding that comes from casual conversations or skimming through articles. They dive deep into the ocean of knowledge, not afraid to get lost in its vastness. Their thirst for understanding is unquenchable, and their hunger for wisdom insatiable. Sigma males are not just consumers of knowledge, but also creators of it. They don't just read and absorb information, they question, analyze, and interpret it. They are not followers, but trailblazers, carving their own unique paths in the wilderness of intellect. They are not bound by traditional methods of learning. They do not wait for knowledge to be handed down to them, they seek it out. This self-learning approach allows them to be flexible and adaptable, to learn at their own pace, and to focus on areas that truly interest them. Autodidacticism for Sigma males is not just about academic knowledge, it is about personal growth and self-improvement. They use their learning to better understand themselves and the world around them. They use it to challenge their beliefs, to broaden their perspectives, and to evolve as individuals. Sigma males are not interested in learning for the sake of impressing others or to earn accolades. They do not seek validation from others for their knowledge. Their learning is a personal journey, an intimate dance with wisdom that enriches their souls and sharpens their minds. In a world that often equates learning with formal education and academic degrees, Sigma males challenge this notion. They show us that learning is a lifelong journey, a journey that is deeply personal and profoundly transformative. They remind us that the true value of knowledge lies not in the certificates and degrees it can earn, but in the growth and evolution it can inspire. Sigma males take the adage, "knowledge is power," quite seriously. They embody this philosophy in their relentless pursuit of wisdom and their unwavering commitment to self-improvement. Contrary to popular belief, Sigma males are non-competitive. Now, this might seem odd, considering that we live in a world where competition is not just encouraged, but often seen as the driving force behind success. But here's the thing. Sigma males dance to a different beat. While others might thrive on the adrenaline of competition, Sigma males believe in focusing on their own journey. They're not interested in keeping up with the Joneses or climbing the social ladder. Instead, they're more invested in their own personal growth and achievements. They measure success not by comparing themselves with others, but by their own standards. They set their own goals, chart their own course, and are content to progress at their own pace. This doesn't mean that Sigma males lack ambition or drive. Quite the contrary. They're just as driven, if not more so, than their more competitive counterparts. They simply channel their energy differently. Instead of trying to outdo others, they strive to outdo themselves. They constantly seek to improve, to learn, to grow, but on their own terms. Sigma males understand that life isn't a race, it's a journey that's unique to each individual. And they're not interested in taking shortcuts or stepping on others to get ahead. They're more interested in taking the scenic route, taking the time to learn, grow, and enjoy the journey. They're not in a hurry to reach the finish line because they know that the real value lies in the journey, not the destination. What's more, Sigma males are not threatened by the success of others. They don't see others as rivals or competitors, but as fellow travelers on the journey of life. They're happy to celebrate the success of others without feeling diminished or threatened, because for them, success is not a zero-sum game. There's enough for everyone. So while the rest of the world is busy competing, Sigma males are quietly doing their own thing, marching to their own beat. They're not interested in proving anything to anyone. They're focused on being the best version of themselves. For Sigma males, the only competition is with themselves. Fifth on our list is Sigma males' disregard for social norms. In the grand tapestry of human interaction, social norms are the threads that weave us together. They dictate how we should act and even how we should think. But Sigma males, those enigmatic lone wolves of society, choose to snip these threads, embracing a radical form of individualism that sets them apart from the pack. Sigma males are not rebels without a cause. They don't disregard social norms out of spite or for the thrill of rebellion. Instead, they are guided by a deep-seated belief in the value of authenticity and individuality. They reject the idea that they should conform to societal expectations simply because that's how things are done. For Sigma males, the question isn't what will people think, but is this true to who I am? They prioritize self-fulfillment over societal approval. valuing their personal principles above the transient trends of social norms. They're not interested in fitting into a mold, but in being the best version of themselves they can be. This isn't to say that Sigma males are anti-social or lack respect for others. Quite the contrary, they value genuine connections and treat others with regard. But they refuse to compromise their individuality for the sake of social acceptance. They understand that their worth isn't determined by how well they conform to societal standards, but by their own personal values and actions. So they march to the beat of their own drum, unafraid of the dissonance it may create. They embrace their quirks, their passions, their eccentricities, knowing that these are what make them unique. They revel in their individuality, unapologetically themselves in a world that often pressures us to be anything but. In a world where we're often told to fit in, to conform, to blend, Sigma males stand as a powerful reminder that it's okay to be different. That it's more than okay, it's essential, because it's our differences, our individuality, that make us who we are. Sigma males live by their own rules, not by society's. Sigma males are deep thinkers. This isn't just a casual claim, it's a defining trait that sets them apart. They are often seen as enigmatic, not because they are intentionally mysterious, but because they are absorbed in a world that many fail to see, the world of their thoughts. Sigma males relish intellectual stimulation. They are drawn to complex puzzles, intricate ideas, and profound philosophies. Their curiosity is insatiable, their thirst for knowledge unquenchable. They are not merely content with surface-level understanding. They delve deep, dissecting information, seeking out the core, the essence, the truth. They revel in the richness of details, the subtleties that others might overlook. Their minds are always at work, exploring, analyzing, synthesizing. They are introspective, often spending time in self-reflection, examining their thoughts, emotions, and responses. They ponder on the mysteries of life, the intricacies of existence, the ebb and flow of the world around them. Sigma males are often lost in their thoughts, but not in a disoriented way. It's more like a deliberate dive into the depths of their minds, where they navigate the labyrinth of ideas with ease. They can be engrossed in thought even in the midst of chaos, finding solace in the silent dialogue within. Their love for deep thinking is not a solitary pursuit. They value meaningful conversations that stimulate the mind. They appreciate those who can challenge their ideas, introduce them to new perspectives, and engage in intellectual sparring. They are not interested in idle chatter or superficial talks. They yearn for discussions that are thought-provoking, insightful, and enriching. For Sigma males, thinking deeply is not just about intellectual satisfaction. It's about understanding the world, making sense of experiences, and finding purpose. It's about nurturing their minds, honing their intellect, and cultivating wisdom. Sigma males are deep thinkers, and they wouldn't have it any other way. They're not merely observers of the world. They are contemplators, ponderers, philosophers in their own right. Their minds are an unending source of fascination, a wellspring of ideas, a treasure trove of insights. For Sigma males, the mind is the greatest playground. Independence is a key trait of Sigma males. This statement is as accurate as it is profound. To understand Sigma males, you must first grasp the weight they place on independence. They hold this trait in the highest regard, often shaping their lives around it. Sigma males are not just independent in their actions, but in their thinking as well. Independence for them is not merely about doing things solo, it's about being comfortable in their own skin, relying on their own abilities, and trusting their own judgment. They are self-reliant individuals who don't lean on others for validation or support. They thrive in their own company, finding solace in their solitude. This isn't to say they are antisocial or asocial, rather they simply prefer to chart their own course, navigate their own ship, and be the masters of their own fate. They take pride in their ability to stand alone, making decisions independently, and solving problems without seeking external aid. This independence is not born out of arrogance or a sense of superiority, rather it is a manifestation of their belief in self-sufficiency. They prefer to rely on themselves because they value their freedom and autonomy. They are not shackled by societal expectations or norms, and they don't feel the need to conform to the trends of the crowd. Sigma males are comfortable being their own person. They have a strong sense of self and are at peace with who they are. They don't seek approval, and they don't need others to define their worth. They are content in their independence, embracing it as a vital part of their identity. This independence does not isolate them, but rather it liberates them. It gives them the freedom to live life on their own terms, to explore their passions, and to pursue their dreams without being influenced by external pressures. Sigma males, in essence, are lone wolves. They roam the wild, not as outcasts, but as independent entities, content in their solitude, thriving in their independence, and reveling in their freedom. They are comfortable in their skin, content in their solitude, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Last but not least, Sigma males are unpredictable. This trait is not born out of capriciousness or whimsy, but rather their staunch non-conformity. They dance to the beat of their own drum, refusing to follow the well-trodden paths laid out by society. Unpredictability in Sigma males is a natural consequence of their independent spirit. They don't subscribe to societal norms or expectations, and this often leads to actions that may surprise or even confound others. They might choose to embark on a spontaneous solo trip or take up an unconventional hobby. Their decisions are not made to shock or rebel, but because they're driven by their own unique interests and passions. This unpredictability adds an intriguing layer to the Sigma male's personality. It keeps those around them guessing, adding an element of mystery and intrigue. So remember, when dealing with Sigma males, always be prepared to expect the unexpected. So there we have it, the 8 uncommon things only Sigma males like. In our journey through the road less traveled, we've unveiled the enigma that is the Sigma male. These unique individuals prefer solitude over social gatherings, leading a minimalist lifestyle that allows them to focus on what truly matters to them. They are autodidacts, self-taught and self-driven, with a non-competitive nature that sets them apart in our often cutthroat society. Their disregard for social norms isn't a rebellion, but rather a testament to their intrinsic independence. They are deep thinkers, often lost in their own worlds, and their unpredictability keeps those around them on their toes. These traits may seem uncommon, even strange to some, but they are the essence of Sigma males. Their uniqueness is not a flaw to be corrected, but a strength to be understood and appreciated. In understanding these uncommon things, we get a glimpse into the enigmatic world of Sigma males.
Have you ever encountered an individual who is a mystery wrapped in an enigma, someone who thrives in solitude yet is incredibly competent in social situations? We're talking about the elusive Sigma male, a rare breed that dances to the beat of their own drum, often misunderstood, and yet they possess a magnetic allure that is hard to ignore. Sigmas are the lone wolves of the social hierarchy, often seen as outsiders, but don't be fooled, their solitude is a choice, not a product of rejection. They are self-reliant, independent, and yes, they can be dangerous. Dangerous, not in the way you might think, but in their ability to disrupt the status quo, to challenge the norms, and confound those who underestimate them. This video is an odyssey into the world of Sigma males, a journey to understand their unique qualities, and a quest to unravel their mysterious nature. So, buckle up. Join us as we delve deeper into the enigmatic world of Sigma males and reveal the 7 ways they show that they're dangerous. The first way Sigma males show their dangerous side is through their solitude. Now, this solitude is not an outcome of shyness or social ineptitude. Instead, it is a deliberate choice made by Sigma males to distance themselves from the usual social chatters and superficial interactions. They find solace in their own company, preferring the quiet introspection of a solitary evening to the boisterous cacophony of a crowded room. This preference for solitude makes Sigma males rather unpredictable and difficult to read. They're like those mysterious characters in a novel who prefer to stay in the shadows, observing and understanding, rather than being in the spotlight. Their solitude gives them a unique perspective on life, allowing them to see things from angles that others may miss. Let's take an example here. Imagine a social gathering. While most people would be engrossed in conversations, a Sigma male would be quietly observing, taking in the environment, the people, their behaviors, their words. This allows them to pick up on subtle cues and details that others may overlook. But here's where the danger lies. This solitude, coupled with their sharp observational skills, makes them formidable strategists. They can predict outcomes, see patterns, and make connections that others simply can't. Their solitude is their fortress, their sanctuary. It's their space to think, to strategize, to plan. It's where they recharge, refuel, and rearm. A Sigma male's solitude is not a sign of weakness but strength. It's not a reflection of his inability to socialize, but his choice to prioritize his own mental space. It's not a sign of his disinterest in others, but a reflection of his interest in understanding the world from his unique vantage point. To the untrained eye, a Sigma male's solitude may seem harmless. But in reality, it's a weapon they wield with mastery. It's their shield and their sword, their sanctuary and their strategy room. It's their way of navigating through the world, of understanding it, of mastering it. So the next time you come across a Sigma male, remember his solitude is not just a preference, it's his power. The second way Sigma males show they're dangerous is their self-sufficiency. A Sigma male's independence is both his armor and his sword. This characteristic makes them unpredictable and hard to manipulate. This isn't just about being able to cook their own meals or handle a flat tire, though they can certainly do those things. It's about a mindset, a philosophy of life that prizes self-reliance above all else. Take a look at the corporate world, for example. While many are climbing the corporate ladder, the Sigma male is building his own ladder, brick by brick. He's the entrepreneur working on a game-changing startup, the freelancer juggling multiple projects, or the digital nomad working from a beach in Bali. He doesn't rely on a boss for a paycheck or a corporation for his identity. He's his own man in every sense of the word. In social settings too, the Sigma male's independence is on full display. He doesn't need the validation of a crowd or the approval of peers. He's comfortable in his own skin, happy with his own company. This can make him a bit of a wild card, as he's not driven by the same motivations that drive others. He doesn't seek popularity or acclaim, he seeks only his own contentment and fulfillment. But this self-sufficiency can also be a threat. Because the Sigma male doesn't rely on others, he's not easily controlled or influenced. He's not swayed by peer pressure or societal expectations. He walks his own path, makes his own rules. This can be unsettling for some, especially those who prefer the predictability of traditional roles and hierarchies. It's important to remember, though, that this self-sufficiency is not a sign of arrogance or aloofness. It's a survival strategy. It's the Sigma male's way of navigating a world that often values conformity over individuality, popularity over authenticity. It's his shield against the pressures and expectations of society, his tool for carving out his own place in the world. The Sigma male's self-sufficiency is not just a lifestyle choice, it's a survival strategy. Thirdly, Sigma males are dangerous because they are strategic thinkers. Now, when I say dangerous, I don't necessarily mean they pose a physical threat. No, the danger lies in their uncanny ability to strategize, to plot and plan, to analyze a situation and find the most effective course of action. Picture this. Sigma males are like the grandmasters of the chessboard that is life. They don't rush into situations blindly. Instead, they take a step back, assess the field, and carefully consider their next move. They are the ones who don't just play the game, they play the game with an end game in mind. These men are analytical. They dissect problems and situations with the precision of a scalpel. They cut through the surface and delve deeper, peeling back layer after layer until they reach the core. This analytical nature allows them to see patterns, to predict outcomes, to anticipate moves before they're made. It's like they have a sixth sense, but really, it's just their strategic mind at work. Let's consider an example. Say a Sigma male is in a competitive environment, perhaps at work or in a social setting, where others might see a challenge as an obstacle. The Sigma male sees it as an opportunity. He doesn't just aim to overcome the challenge, he strategizes on how to use it to his advantage. He looks at the bigger picture, identifying potential pitfalls and opportunities, and then he plans his moves accordingly. He is not just reactive, but proactive. And this is what makes them formidable opponents. They're not just thinking about the here and now, but the future as well. They're not just reacting to what's happening in front of them, but anticipating what's coming next. So don't underestimate a Sigma male. They may be silent, they may keep to themselves, but within that quiet exterior lies a strategic mind, always calculating, always planning. In the chess game of life, the Sigma male is always several moves ahead. The fourth way Sigma males are dangerous is their discrete dominance. Now you might be scratching your head wondering, discrete dominance, how does that work? Well, let me unpack this for you. Sigma males, unlike their alpha counterparts, do not assert their dominance through loud gestures, aggressive posturing, or overt displays of power. Instead, they subtly influence those around them, guiding situations and people towards their desired outcomes with a quiet strength that often goes unnoticed. Imagine a river. On the surface it may seem calm and serene, but underneath there's a powerful current driving everything forward. That's the Sigma male. They don't need the limelight or the adulation of the crowd. They quietly go about their business, making impactful decisions, often from the shadows. Their influence is like a whisper that echoes in the subconscious of those around them. Consider a workplace scenario. There's a team project and everyone's throwing out ideas, trying to outdo each other. In the midst of this chaos, the Sigma male listens, observes, and then, in a calm, collected voice, offers an insightful solution. He doesn't demand attention or forcefully push his idea, but his well-thought-out proposal, presented with quiet confidence, resonates with the team. His idea is adopted not because he dominated the conversation, but because he dominated the thought process. Another example can be seen in social settings. Sigma males often hang back, watching and learning. They might not be the life of the party, but they understand people, their motivations, their fears, and their desires. They use this knowledge to subtly steer conversations and influence decisions. They are the unseen puppeteers, masterfully pulling at the strings without being noticed. So yes, the Sigma male is indeed a discreet dominator. They may not be the loudest in the room or the most visible, but their influence is undeniable. And that's what makes them dangerous. They can change the course of events, influence decisions, and impact lives without anyone even realizing what's happening. The Sigma male doesn't need to roar to prove he's the king of the jungle. Scene script. Fifthly, Sigma males are dangerous due to their unpredictability. In the world of psychology, Sigma males often stand out for their unconventional approach to life. They defy norms and expectations, marching to the beat of their own drum, which makes their actions unpredictable and, in turn, quite intimidating. Let's delve into the realm of unpredictability, the domain of the Sigma male. Conformity, they scoff at the notion. Societal norms, they prefer to create their own. This is not to say that they are reckless or irresponsible. Rather, they are independent thinkers who value their freedom to choose and act according to their beliefs and instincts. Think of a chess player who, instead of following the usual strategies, makes unexpected moves that keep their opponent guessing. That's a Sigma male in action. They're the wild card, the joker in the pack, the enigma that can't be deciphered using conventional methods. They're the wild card, the joker in the pack, the enigma that can't be deciphered using conventional methods. They're the wild card, the joker in the pack, the enigma that can't be deciphered using conventional methods. This unpredictability can be both intriguing and intimidating. It's intriguing because it's a challenge to understand them, to figure out what they'll do next. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with pieces that don't seem to fit anywhere, yet somehow they do. This mystery draws people in, piques their curiosity, and keeps them on their toes. This ability to keep others guessing, to keep them off balance, can be an effective strategy in different situations, be it in a negotiation, a competition, or a confrontation. The Sigma male holds the reins of unpredictability and thus wields a distinct form of power. So when you're dealing with a Sigma male, remember this: they are not bound by what's conventional or expected. They are free spirits who chart their own course, who dance to their own rhythm. They may not follow the rules of the game, but they sure know how to play it. With a Sigma male, the only thing you can expect is the unexpected. The sixth way Sigma males are dangerous is their nonchalant negotiation skills. Now let's unpack this. Sigma males are masters of negotiation, yet they do so in a way that seems almost casual, almost indifferent. This nonchalance isn't a lack of interest or preparation. On the contrary, it's a calculated strategy that gives them an edge in deals and discussions. Picture this. You're in a negotiation with a Sigma male. He's leaning back in his chair, arms folded, a half smile playing on his lips. He listens more than he talks, yet when he does speak, his words are sharp and precise, cutting straight to the heart of the matter. There's no desperation in his voice, no eagerness in his eyes. He's like a chess player, coolly and calmly making his moves, unfazed by the ticking clock or the rising stakes. This can be unnerving, even intimidating. You're left wondering, does he need this deal? Is he even interested? This is where the danger lies. In the face of a Sigma male's nonchalance, the other party might feel compelled to offer more, to try harder, to give in. The balance of power subtly shifts, and before you know it, the Sigma male has the upper hand. Consider a scenario in which a Sigma male is negotiating a job offer. He's not overly enthusiastic about the salary, nor is he visibly upset about the workload. He's just there. He questions the terms, suggests changes, yet all in a detached, nonchalant manner. The hiring manager, eager for his expertise, may find themselves sweetening the deal, upping the salary, adding perks, all in a bid to get him on board. This nonchalant negotiation style is a potent weapon in a Sigma male's arsenal. It's a testament to their confidence, their self-sufficiency, their strategic thinking, and it's one of the ways they quietly, unassumingly, secure their victories. When a Sigma male negotiates, he does so with the cool detachment of a seasoned poker player. This is the power of the nonchalant negotiator, the Sigma male's dangerous sixth way. Finally, the seventh way Sigma males show they're dangerous is their intuitive intellect. This is an aspect of their personality that is often overlooked but is crucial to their ability to navigate the world in their unique way. This intuitive intellect is not just about having a high IQ or being book smart, it's about understanding the subtleties of human nature and using that understanding to their advantage. Sigma males frequently have a deep-seated understanding of human nature. This comprehension is often instinctual, something they've honed over time through observation and experience rather than formal education. It's as if they have an internal compass that points them to the truths that others often miss. This knowledge of human nature and the motivations that drive people makes them highly intuitive. Let's consider a scenario to illustrate this point. Imagine a room full of people, each one wearing a mask of social niceties and political correctness. Amidst the chatter and laughter, the Sigma male sits quietly, his eyes scanning the room. He's not just seeing people, he's reading them, their body language, their tone of voice, the words they choose, and even the things they don't say. Everything becomes a clue to understanding their true intentions and feelings. This intuition enables Sigma males to read people and situations effectively. They can anticipate actions, reactions, and even potential threats before they become apparent to others. They can see the chessboard of life several moves ahead, and they plan accordingly. It's as if they're playing a game of poker, always knowing when to hold their cards close and when to call someone's bluff. This ability to intuitively understand and predict human behavior can be disconcerting to some. It makes Sigma males unpredictable, hard to control, and therefore dangerous to those who seek to manipulate or take advantage of them. They're always one step ahead, always prepared, always aware. The Sigma male's intellect is his sword and shield, always ready to cut through deception and defend against manipulation. This intuitive intellect combined with their other traits makes them a force to be reckoned with in a world that often underestimates their true potential. So, these are the 7 ways Sigma males show they're dangerous. We began with the solitary Sigma, a lone wolf who thrives in solitude, and moved on to the self-sufficient Sigma, a man who relies on no one but himself. We then delved into the silent strategist, a master of stealth and strategy, and the discreet dominator, a subtle yet powerful force. The unconventional unpredictability of the Sigma male was our next point, followed by the nonchalant negotiator, a man who can sway opinions without raising his voice. Lastly, we discussed the intuitive intellect, a Sigma male who uses his sharp mind to navigate life's challenges. Each of these traits contributes to the enigmatic and somewhat dangerous allure of the Sigma male. Remember, understanding the Sigma male is not about fearing them, but about appreciating the complexity and depth of their character. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of human psychology.
Have you ever pondered the enigma that is the Sigma male? Picture this: a man who doesn't conform to the societal norms of masculinity, who doesn't crave the limelight, who is independent and self-sufficient, and who values his solitude. This, my friends, is the elusive Sigma male. In the world of social dynamics, we've often heard of the alpha and beta males. The alpha is often characterized as the leader, the top dog, and the one who commands respect and attention. The beta, on the other hand, is seen as the follower, the second in command, content to stay in the shadows of the alpha. But the Sigma male is different. He is the wild card, the one who doesn't fit neatly into these categories. Sigma males are the introverted counterparts of alpha males. They possess the strength and confidence of the alpha, but they prefer to operate solo. They're not led by a desire for social dominance, but rather, they're driven by their values and beliefs. Their power doesn't come from social hierarchy, but from their self-sufficiency and resilience. They are often misunderstood and seen as loners or rebels. But in reality, they are simply men who value their independence and prefer to live life on their own terms. They are comfortable in their own skin, unswayed by societal expectations and norms. Sigma males have unique traits that set them apart. They are introspective, often spending time reflecting on their thoughts and ideas. They are observers, preferring to take in the world around them rather than being the center of attention. They are self-reliant, not needing validation or approval from others. And they are adaptable, capable of thriving in any situation or environment. Understanding the Sigma male is like trying to solve a complex puzzle. They can be enigmatic, elusive, and intriguing. But once you understand them, you realize their strength lies in their uniqueness and in their ability to be true to themselves in a world that often demands conformity. Now let's delve into 7 absurd things that baffle Sigma males. First on our list, social rituals. It's almost like they're speaking a different language. Now, let's delve into the world of social rituals, where small talk and networking reign supreme. For many, these are essential tools of daily life, lubricating the gears of human interaction. But from the perspective of a Sigma male, these practices can seem almost alien. Imagine you're at a party. Conversations are buzzing around you, punctuated with laughter and the clink of glasses. Yet, you're on the fringes, observing rather than participating. You may find yourself wondering, why is it necessary to engage in these seemingly trivial interactions? Well, welcome to the mindset of a Sigma male. For Sigma males, such social rituals often appear superficial and pointless. They see small talk as a diversion from meaningful conversations, a detour from the direct route to understanding. To them, discussing the weather or the latest football scores feels like an unproductive expenditure of energy. And then there's networking, the art of establishing connections for personal or professional gain. While some thrive in this environment, Sigma males often find it inauthentic. They question the purpose of forming relationships based on self-interest, rather than genuine connection. They would rather stand alone than be a part of a network built on hollow interactions. This isn't to say that Sigma males are antisocial, far from it. They value relationships deeply, but prefer them to be rooted in authenticity. They seek genuine connections, meaningful discussions, and real understanding. They want to delve beneath the surface to understand the why and how, not just the what. Their approach to social interaction is driven by a desire for authenticity and depth. They prefer the company of a few close friends to a room full of acquaintances. They enjoy deep philosophical discussions more than casual banter. They seek out those rare individuals who can engage with them on this level, who can challenge their thinking and offer fresh perspectives. In essence, Sigma males march to the beat of their own drum, even in the realm of social interaction. They challenge the status quo, questioning practices that others accept without thought. They may be misunderstood, but they remain true to themselves. For Sigma males, genuine connections trump superficial socializing any day. Next on our list, the relentless pursuit of popularity. This is a game that Sigma males simply refuse to play. The concept of seeking popularity is, to them, an exercise in futility. It's like chasing a mirage that disappears just when you think you've grasped it. That's not to say Sigma males are antisocial or loners. They just don't see the point in collecting shallow social points or amassing a legion of followers. They believe in quality over quantity, in connections over acquaintances. Why should they invest their time and energy into a popularity contest that, at the end of the day, serves no real purpose? This is where the Sigma male's mindset diverges drastically from the mainstream. In a world where the number of likes, shares, and followers often determines a person's worth, Sigma males find such validation hollow and meaningless. They see it as a distraction, a wild goose chase that only leads to emptiness and dissatisfaction. Instead of seeking approval from others, Sigma males look inward. They find validation in their own achievements, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem to the outside world. They set their own standards and live by their own rules. They don't need a crowd of admirers to feel successful or fulfilled. Sigma males understand that popularity is fleeting. Today's hero can easily become tomorrow's villain. They would rather be true to themselves than be adored by the masses. They know that the only person they need to impress is the one they see in the mirror. The idea of seeking popularity and validation from others is both absurd and unnecessary to a Sigma male. They believe that true self-worth comes from within, not from the number of people who clap for them. They don't need the spotlight to shine. Their inner light is bright enough. To a Sigma male, self-validation is the only kind that truly matters. They find comfort in their own company, contentment in their own accomplishments, and pride in their own abilities. They don't need a stage to perform or an audience to applaud. Their life is their own show, and they are their own biggest fans. Sigma males don't chase popularity. They chase their own dreams and carve their own paths. Number 3, conforming to societal norms. Now let's delve into the world of Sigma males and consider how they perceive societal norms and expectations. In essence, Sigma males find the concept of conforming to societal norms somewhat perplexing, perhaps even absurd. They see a world where people often wear masks, pretending to be someone they're not, in order to fit into a preconceived mold. But for Sigma males, this doesn't resonate. It doesn't make sense. Why should someone suppress their true self to fit into a box that society has arbitrarily defined? Sigma males choose to live life on their own terms, guided by their own moral compass, and not by the pressures of societal expectations. This doesn't mean they disregard societal norms entirely or act recklessly. Instead, they critically assess these norms and only adopt those that align with their values and beliefs. They are not rebels without a cause, but rather they are thoughtful, introspective individuals who refuse to be swayed by societal pressures. In a world that often rewards conformity, Sigma males stand out as non-conformists. They march to the beat of their own drum, unafraid of carving their own path. This might lead them to be misunderstood or labeled as outcasts, but they are comfortable in their skin and confident in their choices. For them, authenticity is not a choice, but a way of life. Sigma males are not concerned with fitting in, they're concerned with being true to themselves. They understand that their worth is not determined by how well they fit into societal norms, but by their own self-perception and self-worth. They do not seek validation from others, but find it within themselves. In conclusion, the concept of conforming to societal norms is absurd to Sigma males. They see it as a constraint on individuality and personal growth. They believe in being authentic, in being true to oneself, and in living life on their own terms. They value their freedom to think, to act, and to choose for themselves, above the comfort of fitting in. For Sigma males, being authentic is more important than fitting in. Fourth on our list, materialism. We live in a world where material possessions often define a person's worth, where wealth is measured in the cars we drive and the houses we live in. This is a concept that the Sigma male finds absurd in its entirety. The Sigma male is not swayed by the glitz and glamour of material possessions. They don't find the need to indulge in the latest tech gadget or the most expensive designer wear. Instead, they value the intangible, the experiences, the knowledge, and the wisdom gained from a life well lived. Picture this. A Sigma male walks into a room filled with people flaunting their wealth. The air is thick with the scent of expensive perfumes, the clink of designer watches against champagne glasses, and the chatter about the latest luxury purchases. Amid this, the Sigma male stands out, not because of the brand of his clothes, but because of the wisdom in his words, the depth of his thoughts, and the richness of his experiences. The Sigma male understands that material possessions are transient, they come and go. But experiences, knowledge, wisdom, these are the treasures that stand the test of time, the wealth that can't be stolen or lost. They value a good book over a designer watch, a stimulating conversation over a swanky party, a serene hike over a lavish vacation. This is not to say that Sigma males live in poverty or shun all material possessions. No, they too enjoy the comforts of life, but they don't let these possessions define them or their worth. They understand that wealth is not just about what's in the bank, but what's in the mind and heart. Materialism, the obsession with possessions, the race to amass more and more, it all seems absurd to the Sigma male. They see through this illusion, understanding that true wealth lies in the richness of one's experiences and the depth of one's knowledge. To a Sigma male, wealth is not measured in dollars, but in wisdom and experiences. Number 5, emotional display. In the vast tapestry of human interaction, emotional displays often serve as the threads binding us together. Shared joy, shared sorrow, shared anger, these are the currencies of connection. Yet, for the enigmatic Sigma male, these open displays of emotion, particularly negative ones, can seem bewildering, even absurd. Sigma males are not devoid of emotions. In fact, their emotional world can be rich and profound. However, they view emotions differently, as an intensely personal matter. They don't see the point in putting their feelings on display, especially when those feelings are negative. For them, emotions are like a private conversation, something to be navigated internally rather than shared openly. This perspective is not born out of a desire to appear stoic or unfeeling. Rather, it arises from a belief that emotional displays can often be unproductive, even harmful. They may see public outbursts as a way of unloading one's pain onto others, of creating unnecessary drama, or even of manipulating those around them. Moreover, Sigma males often value logic and rationality. They believe that decisions should be made based on facts and reason, not on fleeting feelings. They may find it absurd when people allow their emotions to dictate their actions, especially when those actions have far-reaching consequences. Yet this does not mean Sigma males are cold or unempathetic. Quite the contrary. They can be deeply empathetic, capable of understanding and relating to the emotions of others. However, they prefer to offer support and understanding in a quieter, more personal way. They might not join in the collective weeping, but they'll be there in the background, offering a listening ear or a comforting word when it's truly needed. This approach to emotions may be difficult for others to understand. It may even be misinterpreted as aloofness or indifference. But for Sigma males, it's simply their way of navigating the emotional landscape, a landscape they believe should be traversed with care, discretion, and respect. For Sigma males, emotions are personal and should be dealt with in private. Sixth on our list, the need for leadership. In the grand tapestry of human interactions, we often find ourselves tangled in the threads of leadership and hierarchy. This is a concept that many find necessary, even comforting. For Sigma males, however, the notion of needing a leader to guide them, to dictate their actions and decisions, is utterly absurd. Sigma males are the lone wolves of our societal structure, the silent observers who prefer to march to the beat of their own drum rather than following the conductor's baton. They are the architects of their own lives, the captains of their own ships. They don't seek a leader because, quite simply, they are their own leaders. This isn't to say Sigma males are averse to learning. They are perpetual students, soaking up knowledge from every source available, but they process this information through their own unique lens. They make decisions based on their own understanding, not because they are dictated by a figure of authority. In the workplace, a Sigma male might seem indifferent to the corporate ladder. This doesn't mean they lack ambition. On the contrary, their ambition is directed inward towards personal growth and self-improvement, rather than outward towards a position of power over others. In social settings, they are the quiet observers, not the loud leaders. They don't feel the need to dominate conversations or control the group's direction. They're content to listen, to learn, and to contribute when they feel it's necessary. The Sigma male's rejection of traditional leadership doesn't stem from a place of arrogance or rebellion. It is born out of a deep-seated belief in the power of individuality, the strength of self-reliance, and the freedom of autonomy. This unique approach to leadership, or the lack thereof, might seem strange to some, but to a Sigma male, it's simply the most logical path. Why follow another's footsteps when you can carve your own trail? Why let someone else hold the reins when you're perfectly capable of steering your own course? To a Sigma male, everyone is their own leader. Last but not least, fear of solitude. It's a sentiment that sends shivers down the spine of many. The eerie quiet, the empty spaces, the lack of companionship. To some, these are things to be avoided at all costs. But for Sigma males, this fear is utterly incomprehensible. Why, you may ask? Well, because Sigma males are the proverbial lone wolves. They thrive in solitude. They don't just tolerate it, they actively seek it. While others might see solitude as a curse, a Sigma male sees it as an opportunity, a chance for self-discovery and personal growth. In the quiet moments alone, away from the noise of society, Sigma males find their peace. They have the mental fortitude to be alone with their thoughts, to introspect, to ponder life's mysteries without the need for constant chatter or validation. They are not afraid to confront their innermost thoughts and feelings. They don't seek distractions, they seek answers. Moreover, Sigma males understand the difference between solitude and loneliness. While loneliness is a state of feeling alone and unwanted, solitude is a state of being alone but content. It's a time for reflection, for personal development, for embracing the self. For Sigma males, solitude is a sanctuary, a place where they can recharge their batteries, refocus their minds, and reconnect with their inner selves. They relish the freedom that comes with solitude, the freedom to think, to dream, to create without interruption or influence. It's not that Sigma males don't value companionship or human connection. They do. But they also know the importance of balancing social interaction with moments of solitude. They understand that solitude can be a source of strength, a catalyst for creativity, and a pathway to inner peace. So the next time you find yourself alone, don't fear the silence. Embrace it, learn from it, grow from it. After all, solitude is not a condition to be feared, but an opportunity to be seized. For Sigma males, solitude is not loneliness, but a source of strength and peace. So, what does all this mean for Sigma males? Well, let's take a moment to reflect on the 7 absurdities we've explored. From the perplexing social rituals to the relentless pursuit of popularity, the need for conformity, the allure of materialism, the expectation of emotional display, the incessant need for leadership, and the fear of solitude. These are the facets of society that simply don't resonate with the Sigma male. Each of these absurdities shapes the Sigma male's worldview and behavior in unique ways. They choose solitude over popularity, value substance over material wealth, and prefer to navigate life on their own terms, rather than conforming to societal norms. They remain unfazed by the emotional theatrics that society often demands, and they lead when it's necessary, not because it's expected. In a world that often seems absurd to them, Sigma males continue to march to the beat of their own drum.
Have you ever met someone who seems to stand apart from the crowd, not by choice but by their very nature? That's a Sigma male for you. In the grand tapestry of human personality types, Sigma males represent a fascinating yet often overlooked thread. They are the enigmatic wanderers, the solitary wolves, the men who, by their very existence, defy the traditional hierarchy that society so often imposes upon us. Now, you might be familiar with alpha males, those individuals who naturally command attention, exuding confidence and leadership. Or perhaps you've heard of beta males, peacemakers and nurturers, often content to follow rather than lead. But Sigma males, they're a different breed entirely. Unlike alphas, Sigmas do not seek to lead or dominate. They are not driven by the desire for external validation or the need to prove themselves. Instead, they march to the beat of their own drum, guided by an internal compass that often sets them on a path less trodden. And unlike betas, they do not seek harmony or approval. They are not swayed by societal norms or expectations. They are their own men, comfortable in their solitude and unapologetically true to themselves. That's not to say Sigma males are better or worse than their alpha or beta counterparts. They're simply different. Their uniqueness, however, can be disconcerting to those who don't understand it. You see, Sigma males are often misunderstood. Their quiet confidence can be mistaken for arrogance. Their self-reliance can be seen as aloofness. Their non-conformity can be viewed as rebellion. And it's this misunderstanding, this fear of the unknown, that can make them intimidating to others. But there's so much more to Sigma males than meets the eye. Beneath their enigmatic exterior lies a complex blend of traits that make them who they are. Traits that, once understood, can provide a fascinating insight into their world. Often misunderstood, Sigma males possess traits that can incite fear in others. Let's delve into these traits. The first way Sigma males incite fear, their solitude. Now let's delve into the solitary nature of Sigma males, a trait often misinterpreted by many. Sigma males, often seen as lone wolves, have a strong preference for solitude. They're not loners by circumstance, but by choice, which is a concept that can be quite intimidating to others. In a society where we are conditioned to believe that being alone equates to loneliness, Sigma males challenge this norm. They relish in their solitude, finding comfort and peace in their own company. They're the types who would prefer a quiet evening with a good book over a loud, bustling party. This preference for solitude doesn't stem from shyness or social anxiety, but rather a deep-seated need for freedom and independence. But how does this solitude incite fear? Well, it's simple. It goes against what society deems as normal. We live in a world that glorifies extroversion, where being outgoing and sociable is celebrated. Sigma males with their preference for solitude disrupt this narrative, causing unease and even fear. Their solitude also exudes an air of mystery. It's human nature to be curious, to want to understand others. However, the Sigma male's preference for solitude makes them difficult to understand, to decipher. This inability to read them can incite fear, as people fear what they don't understand. And finally, their solitude is a testament to their strength. Being comfortable in your own company, being independent, these are signs of a strong character. This strength can be intimidating, inciting fear in others as they question their own dependence on social connections. However, it's crucial to understand that Sigma males don't choose solitude to incite fear. They do it because it's who they are. It's their way of navigating the world, of maintaining their freedom and independence. The Sigma male's solitude isn't loneliness, it's a choice. And this choice can be quite terrifying to others. Second on the list is the unpredictability of a Sigma male. Let's delve into this enigma that keeps everyone guessing. Sigma males, by nature, are unpredictable. They are the wild cards, the ones who break the mold and refuse to be boxed in by societal norms. This unpredictability is not just about their actions but also about their thought process. They are the thinkers, the philosophers, the ones who question everything. They are not fond of routines, predictability, or the mundane. This is because they possess an insatiable curiosity and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and experiences. They want to explore, to learn, to grow. They are not content with the status quo. They want to push boundaries, to challenge the norm, to venture into the unknown. This unpredictability can be quite unsettling for others. We as humans are creatures of habit. We find comfort in routines, in predictability. We like to know what's coming next. The unknown can be frightening. It's a primal instinct, a survival mechanism that has been ingrained in us since the dawn of time. When we encounter someone like a Sigma male, someone who is unpredictable, who doesn't follow the same routines, who doesn't conform to the same norms, it can incite fear. We don't know what they're going to do next, what they're thinking, where they're heading. We can't predict their actions, their reactions. We can't put them in a box, categorize them, label them. This fear is not necessarily a negative thing. It can be a catalyst for growth, for change. It can push us out of our comfort zones, make us question our beliefs, our norms, our routines. It can make us see the world from a different perspective, open our minds to new ideas, new possibilities. It can make us more adaptable, more resilient, more open to change. But it can also be unsettling, disconcerting. It can make us feel insecure, vulnerable. It can make us question our own predictability, our own routines, our own norms. It can make us question whether we are living our lives to the fullest, whether we are truly free, or whether we are simply conforming to societal expectations. The Sigma's unpredictability keeps people on their toes, and that can be quite scary. But it's also what makes them fascinating, intriguing, and ultimately unforgettable. Thirdly, Sigma males possess a silent strength. This strength is not flamboyant or attention-seeking, but rather, it's an undercurrent, a quiet force that propels them forward. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need to announce itself. It is simply there, ever present, ever potent. Sigma males are not braggarts. They do not feel the need to constantly assert their power or dominance. Instead, they let their actions speak for them. They let their accomplishments, their resilience, their ability to overcome adversity demonstrate their strength. This quiet confidence is a hallmark of Sigma males. They know their worth, they know their capabilities, and they do not require external validation to feel secure in their power. This silent strength can be intimidating to those who are used to more boisterous displays of strength. It's a different kind of power, one that is subtle but incredibly impactful. It's not about flexing muscles or shouting the loudest. It's about inner fortitude, mental toughness, and unyielding resolve. Sigma males are like the deep currents in the ocean. On the surface, the water may seem calm and tranquil, but beneath, there is a powerful force moving with undeniable purpose. It's easy to underestimate the strength of these currents until you find yourself caught in one. Similarly, the silent strength of Sigma males can catch people off guard. They are often the calm in the midst of chaos, the steady hand in a crisis, the quiet voice of reason when all around are losing their heads. This can be disconcerting to those who are used to more obvious displays of strength and leadership. The silent strength of Sigma males does not seek to dominate or control, but rather, It seeks to understand, to navigate, to persevere. Sigma males embody the saying, "Still waters run deep." Their strength is not always immediately apparent, but it is there, a silent, unyielding force that guides them through life. They do not need to prove their strength to anyone, they simply are strong. And it is this silent strength, this quiet confidence, that can incite fear in those who do not understand it. The silent strength of a Sigma male can be a source of fear for those used to more outward displays of power. The fourth way Sigma males incite fear is through their non-conformity. This isn't some rebellious teenage phase, it's a fundamental part of their identity. Sigma males are the mavericks of society, the ones who defy societal norms and expectations with an unapologetic disregard. They're not concerned with fitting into the mainstream. They don't chase the latest trends or aspire to fit into the mold that society has constructed. They are not interested in conforming to the expectations of others, whether it's their dress sense, lifestyle choices, or even their life's path. This can be quite unsettling for many, as we live in a society that often values conformity and predictability. The fear that Sigma males incite through their non-conformity is not just about their disregard for societal norms. It's about the unpredictability that comes with it. When someone doesn't follow the rules, it's difficult to predict their actions, and that can be quite disconcerting. It's the fear of the unknown, the unease that comes with not knowing what to expect. Sigma males also challenge the status quo. They question societal norms and expectations, pushing boundaries and breaking rules. This can be quite intimidating to those who are comfortable in their routines and are afraid of change. The Sigma male's non-conformity forces others to question their own conformity, and that can be quite unnerving. Non-conformity, however, is not about being different for the sake of being different. It's about authenticity. Sigma males are true to themselves, even if it means standing out from the crowd. They value their individuality and freedom above societal approval. In a world that often rewards conformity and punishes deviation, the Sigma male's non-conformity can be seen as a threat. They challenge our comfort zones, push us to question our own beliefs and norms, and force us to confront our own conformity. Sigma males do not conform, and this rebellion can be quite frightening to those who adhere to societal norms. But remember, it's this audacity to be true to oneself, to challenge the status quo, and to live life on one's own terms that sets Sigma males apart. They may incite fear, but they also inspire change. Fifth on the list is the Sigma male's intense focus. This trait, while a boon for the Sigma, can be a source of discomfort, even fear, for those around him. But what exactly is it about this intense focus that makes it so unsettling? Let's delve into the depths of this fascinating characteristic. Sigma males, unlike their alpha and beta counterparts, possess an ability to channel their energies into their passions with an intensity that's nothing short of awe-inspiring. They can become so absorbed in their pursuits that the outside world seems to fade away. This immersive concentration, akin to a hawk zeroing in on its prey, is a trademark of the Sigma male. But why does this intense focus incite fear in others? Well, it's a combination of factors. The first is mystery. When a Sigma male is deeply engrossed in his interest, it's as if he's in a world of his own, a world that others can't readily understand or penetrate. This unknown can be intimidating. The second factor is the sheer intensity itself. It's not every day you encounter someone who can shut out the world and channel their energy into a single task or pursuit. This level of dedication, this unwavering concentration, can be disconcerting to those unaccustomed to it. Lastly, this intense focus often translates into exceptional prowess in the Sigma male's chosen field. They tend to excel, to become experts, to master their passions. And this level of expertise, this command over a subject, can be daunting to others. In essence, the Sigma male's intense focus is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows them to achieve greatness in their chosen pursuits. On the other, it creates an aura of mystery and power that can be intimidating to those around them. So, the next time you encounter a Sigma male deeply engrossed in his passion, remember, his intensity isn't meant to intimidate, it's simply a manifestation of his Sigma nature. The intense focus of a Sigma male can be quite daunting, making others feel uncomfortable or even fearful. The sixth way Sigma males incite fear is through their self-sufficiency. Picture this: a man who doesn't need anyone or anything to survive. He's not dependent on the approval of others, nor does he rely on societal structures to sustain him. He's self-reliant, self-sufficient, and self-contained. This is the Sigma male, a lone wolf who thrives in his solitude and independence. Self-sufficiency is a hallmark trait of Sigma males. They are masters of their domains, relying solely on their skills, knowledge, and abilities to provide for their needs and desires. They are not burdened by a need for external validation or support, and they find contentment within themselves. This level of self-reliance can be intimidating to those who are accustomed to the comfort and predictability of interdependence. In a world where we are often taught to lean on others, to be part of a community, and to seek help when needed, the Sigma male's self-sufficiency stands out like a towering oak in a field of saplings. It's an anomaly, a deviation from the norm that can be both fascinating and frightening. Imagine being in a situation where you have to rely on someone else. And then there's this Sigma male, standing tall and unshaken, unperturbed by the chaos around him, because he knows he can handle it all by himself. It's like watching a solitary figure walking calmly through a storm, unfazed and untroubled. This self-reliance can also be seen as a form of power. The Sigma male doesn't need anyone else to survive or thrive. He holds all the cards, controls his destiny, and this can be daunting to those who feel they have no control over their own lives. However, this self-sufficiency can also lead to potential isolation. Sigma males are like islands, self-contained and often distant. This can create a barrier, a wall of self-reliance that can be difficult to penetrate, adding to the aura of fear and intimidation that surrounds them. Sigma males' self-sufficiency can be intimidating, highlighting their independence and potential isolation. Last but not least, Sigma males incite fear through their indifference to social status. In a world where people scramble for power, influence, and recognition, Sigma males stand as outliers. They exist outside the conventional hierarchy, neither seeking nor caring for societal rank or approval. This indifference is not born out of ignorance, but rather a profound understanding that social status is often an illusion, a game of smoke and mirrors. Sigma males realize that the pursuit of status often prompts a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction. Once you reach one level, there's always another tier above, another mountain to climb. This chase can be exhausting, and for what? A fleeting sense of superiority, the ephemeral admiration of others? Sigma males choose to bypass this futile rat race entirely. Their indifference to social status can be quite unsettling for those who thrive on power dynamics. When a Sigma male walks into a room, he doesn't care who's the CEO, who's the intern, who's the influencer with 1 million followers. He treats everyone with the same level of respect, and this can be disconcerting to those who are used to being venerated for their societal rank. In a society that often equates worth with wealth and status, the Sigma male's disregard for these superficial measures can be deeply unnerving. It's like trying to play a game of chess with someone who doesn't care about the rules. You're left feeling off balance, unsure of how to proceed. This is not to say that Sigma males are completely detached from society. They are very much a part of it, but they choose to engage on their own terms. They understand that self-worth comes from within, not from external validation. They don't need a title or a trophy to know their value. This is a powerful stance to take, one that can incite fear in those who are heavily invested in the status quo. It's a reminder that there's another way to live, a way that doesn't involve bowing to societal pressures or playing power games. Sigma males' indifference to social status can be terrifying to those who seek validation through societal rank. But it's also a testament to their strength, their self-assuredness, and their unwavering belief in their own worth. So there you have it, 7 ways Sigma males incite fear in others. Let's take a moment to revisit these intriguing aspects, shall we? To start off, we delved into the solitude of Sigma males. Their preference to be lone wolves, to stand apart from the crowd, can often be unnerving to those accustomed to the comfort of the herd. Then, we ventured into the realm of unpredictability. The Sigma male's enigmatic nature, his refusal to adhere to the predictable patterns of society, can be a source of discomfort, creating an aura of mystery and fear. Next, we explored the silent strength these individuals possess. Their quiet confidence and inner resilience can be intimidating, as it's not a trait commonly found in the average person. We also talked about non-conformity. Sigma males refuse to bend to societal norms, choosing instead to follow their own path. This audacious disregard for what's expected can cause a ripple of unease among those who strictly adhere to societal rules. Then we touched on their intense focus. Sigma males have an ability to concentrate that can be deeply unnerving. They can seem aloof, detached, completely engrossed in their own world, which can be disconcerting to those around them. We also looked at their self-sufficiency. Sigma males are capable of standing on their own feet, of being independent in a way that can be intimidating to those who rely heavily on others. Finally, we discussed their indifference to social status. Sigma males don't crave approval or recognition, which can be frightening to those who place a high value on these aspects. Sigma males are enigmatic, often misunderstood, but undeniably fascinating. Their unique traits may incite fear, but they also make them who they are, intriguing and distinct.